I'm Joelle and you're watching Fluffy Kawaii Show, and this is a new Vlogmas video for 2017. We are talking about how do we celebrate Christmas in Switzerland, and then later I'll ask you to send me videos of how you celebrate Christmas in your country. So this is a new Vlogmas video, so if you have not watched the previous ones, don't forget to subscribe and go watch my other Vlogmas video. So in Switzerland we mostly celebrate Christmas, but of course there are a lot of other people that celebrate different holidays for their religion or whatever reason, so I'll focus on what I know, that is Christmas, and that's what I'm celebrating. I'm not saying that that's the only holiday that's in Switzerland. Anyways, so basically in Switzerland Christmas is a family holiday, and we usually gather with our close family and also sometimes grandparents and uncles and cousins. So when I was young we would do, I think, only one Christmas at my grandmother's with my aunts and uncle and cousins. And sometimes after Christmas we would go to my other family, like on my father's side, and some of my other cousins will be there, but it was not really a Christmas traditional day. And right now I have a boyfriend and my parents are divorced and my boyfriend's parents are divorced, and surprisingly we're only doing 2 Christmas holidays. It could actually be a lot more, but that's fine. We managed to do only 2 holidays. So for a long time we've been doing it on the 24th. I know people say that the 25th is Christmas and 24th maybe is Christmas Eve. So I think basically in Switzerland people do it either on the 24th or 25th, based on convenience, when people are free or whatever. And in my family it's been a tradition that we've done it for so long on the 24th and for lunch. Usually people do it for dinner, and so our typical Christmas for me is we go around maybe 11 a.m. something like that to whoever's organizing it. For my family we keep changing it around in the family, and we stay up until maybe 4, and then we go to my boyfriend's mother's house to do it for the evening. So it's 2 Christmas meals in one day. So basically for lunch we start with, you know, appetizers and drinks and stuff like that, and then starters, and then a real meal, and then a dessert, and then we'll wait a few hours, maybe do the presents, and then we do something that's called 4 heures or goûter, which is basically like tea time or something. So you have cake again and sweets and tea or coffee or something like around 4 or 5, and then we'll leave for the other party, and then again it's champagne, appetizers, starters, big meal, cheese, and dessert, and I think that's it. But by that time I'm usually dead, and I actually have to rest on the couch in between meals during the night, because it's just too much for my body. It's just too much food, and usually the food is very good. My mother-in-law cooks fantastically well. She does all the starters and we have something called foie gras. She does it herself. People usually buy it and she does it, and it's really fancy. So that's really amazing, and she does also all the appetizers and everything. So this is huge. So there was food. Usually, I will tell you, in Switzerland, usually people will only do 1 meal one night, and maybe they have a second meal on the second night or something, depending on their side of families or something. And sometimes you also go to my boyfriend's father, but maybe 2 or 3 days later or something. But usually during the holidays, I think it's like that everywhere. It's a lot of food. but delicious food, so that's very good. So while we stay on the topic of food, also in Switzerland we have chocolate, and chocolate is very famous in Switzerland, and so we do eat a lot of chocolate at Christmas. And in my family it's been a tradition that everyone has those pine cones shaped chocolate on the table, you know, as a gift. And I don't know for how long, but probably more than 10 or 15 years, it was a joke to steal my father's one. My cousins would do that. They would steal my father's one and hide it, and like, oh, you ate yours already? Really? Where is it? Whatever. And sometimes they just replaced it by a fake one or something. So that's just a fun family tradition. We just have fun with that every year. So now it's just a joke, and how can you be more creative each year by doing, I know they're gonna steal it, so maybe I can steal it before, or something like that. So yeah, it's just fun. Anyways, and something else I would like to tell you about is Christmas tree. So basically, usually people in Switzerland have a Christmas tree. I would say when I was young we would pick a real tree and decorate it and put also real candles on top of it. And the chocolate I was telling you about, usually they have strings attached to it, and you could attach them as ornament on your Christmas tree, and then you can pick one and eat whenever you want. So that's something that we did when we were kids. Also, a lot of people would, I don't know, when you're a kid at school you would do custom ornaments or stuff like that. And so my childhood Christmas tree was this mess of totally unrelated ornaments, and really it looked nothing like the beautiful Christmas trees that you see in the windows of the stores, but it was very personal because I loved every one of the decoration. But yeah, it was crazy weird. But then I had a very small apartment and I did not buy my own Christmas tree. At some point I bought a tiny one, like this big, in a store in Paris, and I brought it back in the train, and I decorated with a mini chimney box. So that was like my tiny Christmas tree, and I was happy, and it was one design of ornaments, and that was cool. And then at some point we made the Christmas party at our house, and so we really need to have a Christmas tree, because all these times I did not even have a real Christmas tree at home, and said if we have people over we do have a Christmas tree. And I didn't want to buy a real one, so I wanted to buy a fake one, but I did not want those fake green ones, so I bought white one, like a bit pearly white, and it's shimmering, and that's gorgeous. And then we just put different purple ornaments, and it's very classy, and I love it, and I'm so happy. And I think we've been having it for 2 years now. This year is gonna be the 3rd year, and I think I'll do a video of me putting up the Christmas tree with my boyfriend. It's gonna be very fun. So that's Christmas tree. And last year we did Christmas at my brother's house, and he did not have a Christmas tree, but Christmas tradition and everything, you have to have a Christmas tree. And he actually does have a projector. It has a white wall and a projector. And so we looked up on YouTube Christmas tree, and there's actually a 10-hour long video of snow on top of a Christmas tree with presents and stuff. So I thought that was hilarious. That's a really geeky Christmas tree. And so our Christmas tree was just projected on the wall, and that was so funny. And so we just put the presents under the reflection, under the picture of the tree, on the bottom, on the floor. That was really funny. So I really loved that. That was cool. And the next thing I would like to talk about is presents. So when I was young, like really young, when you're a kid, you just get presents from everybody. And I can't remember exactly when, maybe when I was like 10 or 12, something like that, I started buying presents for everybody. And so I have a very big family on my father's side, but we don't meet too much for Christmas. But on my mother's side, if you count my 3 cousins and aunts and grandmas and stuff like that, we usually between 12 and 14 at the dinner. So when you're young and you don't have that much money, it costs a lot to buy presents for everybody. Even if you just spend like 20 to 40 to everybody, it's a lot of money. And for years I just bought people's presents, and it was a lot of stress to find something that they would like. And most of the time, since you don't know them so much, you buy them something that they don't really use. And then also you receive a lot of presents that you don't really use. So that's nice to receive presents, but lately I've been feeling that I have so much stuff in my apartment already, and when people give you gifts that you won't use, that makes me sad. And yeah, I was like, okay, this is a tradition, we have to buy presents, so let's buy presents. And lately, even for my birthday, I've been asking my friends to just give me money to buy new dresses. I would put a box and say, give me whatever you want. If you want to make me a gift, and I will buy a Lolita dress with this. And it's not gonna be stuff that I don't really have a use for, or will just collect dust on my apartment. So yeah. And lately, maybe we've been doing that for already 5 years or something. We've been doing kind of a Secret Santa game, but we have a twist on this one. And I'm not telling you too much on this video because I want to do a whole video just for this. But right now we just have to buy a gift for just one person, and we don't even know who, so that's way easier. And then when you go back, you have just one present and not tons of stuff that you don't use. So that's something that I really like, and it's not being minimalistic or something, but it's just, you know, I don't want to consume so much stuff that won't be used. So I'm really happy about that solution, and I think we're having a lot of fun playing that game. I will link the other video, it's probably after this one, so if you don't see it yet, you just have to wait until another Vlogmas video to know about our gift giving tradition. So this was my experience of Christmas in Switzerland. I hope that I did not forget anything, and if I do, then it's gonna be in another video. And what I want now is to know how Christmas is celebrated in your country. I think I will do another video of you guys sending me tiny bits, maybe 1 minute long or shorter video of you explaining how Christmas is celebrated in your country. Do you have Christmas tree? Do you give out presents? Is it a family event? Is it a couple event like maybe in Japan? Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, what do you celebrate for the holidays? So what is it called? How does it work? I'm so curious to know the celebrations of holidays all around the world. And of course, if you do have a special Lolita Christmassy tradition, I would like to hear that too. So if you're shy, you can just write it in the comments and I might read it. But I think it would be really cool. Now everybody has a cell phone, just record yourself 1 minute telling me how Christmas is celebrated in your country, and send it to me on Facebook, on the Instagram, Twitter, whatever. And I'm looking forward to hear from you, and in a few days, weeks during Vlogmas, I will post that video with all you guys' videos. So if you want to follow my full Vlogmas journey, when I post a video each day during December, please subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. And thank you for all my patrons at Patreon if you are following me. So thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye.